Hi, this is Sherry at the Intentional Home Podcast, where I share tips and resources to help you live with intention and purpose. This is episode number 32, and today we're going to be continuing on in our Countdown to Christmas series to help you get better prepared for the holidays. But before we get into our to-do list for this week, we are on week number 2 of our Countdown to Christmas. Before I get into that, I want to just share with you a resource that you may want to consider using, especially over the holiday season, which tends to get kind of busy. My friend Sarah from Sidetracked Sarah has put together some wonderful freezer to slow cooker menu plans. Now, she has a regular menu plan and she also has a low carb one that you can check out. But basically what she says is that she can help you to make all your dinners for the week in 1 to 2 hours on the weekend. You make them all up, you put them in the freezer, they're ready to pull out and put in the slow cooker and have it all ready for dinner. These menu plans that she's put together, they include 6 dinner menus that you can use along with the recipes. There's grocery lists with meal numbers so you can easily, see which ingredients go with which meal so you can alter it if you need to. There's step-by-step assembly instructions. There's printable labels that you can put on your freezer bags. There's side suggestions as well as a grocery list for the sides. And then there's also a blank copy of the grocery list template that you can use to add more items to your list before you go shopping. So these meal plans are a huge time saver for you. They're all laid out for you, exactly what you need to do and all the ingredients that you need. And you basically each Friday, I believe she delivers them in your inbox, and you sign up for this subscription, and every week you will get a new meal plan for the coming week all ready for you. So if this sounds like something that you are interested in, something that would be a help to you, you can check out Sarah's freezer to slow cooker menu plans here at sherrygraham.com/sidetracked Sarah. So be sure and go check those out. Okay, we are ready to get into our week number 2 of our Countdown to Christmas. Now, this week's list is a little short, but it does not mean that it is not important. Today, we are going to be making the lists of gifts that we want to buy or to make ourselves, as well as jotting down some Christmas decorating ideas, and not just Christmas, but Thanksgiving as well. Now, you may be tempted to skip over this week, but please don't, because we need to get some of these decisions made right now so that when we need to be working on these homemade gifts and we need to be getting supplies and all that, we have some of these decisions made already and we're ready to go with it. So the first item on your list is to develop some gift ideas. So we're going to turn to our Christmas gift shopping list and our gift making checklist, and we are going to develop and record ideas for gifts that you want to buy and gifts that you want to make. So we've already made that list of people that you want to get gifts for. So now is the time to go through and we're going to write down ideas, things that you may want to buy. And then also, if there are some gifts you want to make, jotting down what those things are that you want to make. If you are needing some gift ideas, I have a wonderful Homemade for the Holidays series on my blog, and you will find the links for this in my blog post where this podcast is going to be. But if you want to jump to that, you can go to sherrygraham.com/homemade-holidays, and that will take you to a list of all the posts. And these are, some craft type ideas. There's some food ideas that make great gifts. So there's a lot there that you can take a look at. I also have a Pinterest board that I will put the link to that in the show notes. But I have a Pinterest board that's filled with gifts that kids can make. So if you like to have your kids make gifts for family, friends, or neighbors, then maybe you can take a look at that and get some ideas for some different things that your kids could make for gifts. Now, before I get into the second item, the to-do list, I want to just share a tip. And this kind of goes along with the gift shopping, so that's why I wanted to stick it in here. But have you ever considered, or maybe you already do this, and if you do, that's great, but have you ever thought about shopping year around? One thing I've done I haven't done so well this year, but last year I did faithfully do this, and it was such a huge blessing come Christmas time. But what I did was I put a reminder on my calendar once a month, I think it was towards the end of each month, to purchase a Christmas gift. And then what I did was in Evernote, I have a place where I kind of keep my holiday plans. And you can also, you can keep these in your holiday planner as well on these gift lists. But I just kind of started there because I didn't have my holiday planner out yet in January. I usually don't get it out till this time of year. But what I did was I just made a list of all the people that I usually buy gifts for. And then I jotted down some ideas of kind of what we're doing today. I jotted down ideas, except I did this at the beginning of the year. And then when it came time for me to do my shopping, I just picked someone on my list, and when I went to get groceries that week, then I did my shopping for that person. Or maybe if I was going to order something online, I went ahead and got it ordered. And then what I do is I just have a tub where I keep all of those gifts in one place, and that way I can just kind of stuff them away until later when I'm ready to start wrapping gifts and stuff for the holidays. So I keep all those in one place. And then on my list, then I just cross off or I indicate that I've bought that gift for that person. And then the next month when it rolls around, I just pick another person to shop for. So it's actually kind of fun to do it that way because it spreads out your shopping, and for me, it helps me to focus maybe on just one person at a time and finding a gift that's meaningful and special for them. And when you don't do that, sometimes it's easy to get stressful when it comes time to do your shopping and you've got your list and you're just trying to get through it and get your shopping done. And sometimes you don't put the thought into it that you would if you kind of divided it up throughout the year. So that's just a tip I wanted to share with you that might help you take some of the stress off of the holiday Christmas shopping towards the end of the year if you kind of spread it out through the year. Okay, let's get to our last item on our to-do list for this week, and that is to brainstorm decoration ideas. So this is going to include not just Christmas, but it's going to include the fall and Thanksgiving. Are there ideas of things that you want to use to decorate? Do you want to get some mums or some pumpkins to put on the porch for the fall and maybe for Thanksgiving? Are there special table decorations that you want to use? Do you want to use maybe at your Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner? Do you want to have little place settings, name tags or little decorations? Think of all those things that you may want to do and jot those ideas down, along with maybe the supplies that you're going to need in order to decorate. And then you're just going to file this away for later. But today is just brainstorming ideas, getting a list down of maybe supplies that you would need, and getting that filed back away in your holiday planner so that you have it ready for when it's time to go shopping and things like that later. So that is it for our to-do list for this week. It's kind of short, but yet it's very important. So I do want to encourage you this week to work on these couple of things, developing those gift ideas, writing down those ideas that you want to make or things that you want to buy for gifts, and then also brainstorming those decoration ideas. So thank you again for joining me here at the Intentional Home Podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the Intentional Home Podcast in iTunes or your favorite podcast player. If you would like more information about my podcast and to see the show notes with links to the resources that are mentioned in each episode, just go to my podcast page at sherrygraham.com/podcast. Thanks and have a wonderful day.